Unit 2 First World War and the Russian Revolution. Part 1 The Process of Establishment of Colonies. The greed for colonization, taking over other countries among the Western European nations, caused the economic, social, and cultural ruin of Asian African countries, and that led to the First World War. West Europe. The Western European countries wanted to expand their empire in Asia and Africa. They also wanted to take over neighboring countries. Spain took over Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Portugal. But later on, some of these were captured by France. Spain had a monopoly of establishing colonies in non-European countries. Italy and Germany became victims of France and Austria. England had made numerous Afro-Asian nations their colonies. Asia. England expanded its empire in India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Burma, Singapore, and Malaysia. China lost 5 of its ports to England because of the Opium Wars, and Japan, Russia, Germany, France, Belgium, and America also acquired trade and political rights in China. West Asian countries like Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain were rich in mineral oil, so they became the colonies of England, Germany, Russia, and America. Africa. The first European colony in South Africa was Dutch. Then England and France established their colonies in Cape and Algeria in North Africa. England also established colonies in Egypt, East Africa, and South Africa, while France established colonies in Tunisia, Morocco, and West Africa. King Leopold of Belgium took over vast provinces of Congo. Germany established its colonies in East and West Africa. Italy captured African provinces around the Red Sea. Spain and Portugal also took up some provinces. A conference for European nations was held at Berlin, 1884-85, for dividing African territories among the European nations. Factors responsible for the First World War. The First World War began on 1st August 1914 because of the following reasons. Frankfurt Treaty or the Sedan Wars. Germany defeated France in the Sedan Wars and made it sign the Frankfurt Treaty in 1871. France had to pay a war fine and give away Lorraine and Alsace provinces. France felt humiliated and was ready for revenge. Economic factors. England had established a vast empire in Asia and Africa in the 19th century and had exploited its colonies for raw material and other goods. Later in the century, Germany started competing with England by supplying cheaper goods in the Afro-Asian markets in comparison to England and France, and this created enmity between the countries. Militarism. Countries like England, France, Austria, and Russia had expanded their military power, while countries like Japan, Italy, and Germany had started compulsory military training. Production of weapons was increased under the excuse of self-defense. Thus, militarism created a serious atmosphere of war. Secret treaties. The world was divided into 2 groups before the First World War. On one side was the group of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Turkey, while on the other side was the group of England, France, Russia, and Japan. A feeling of jealousy, enmity, mistrust, fear, and hatred started between the groups, which was an important factor that began the First World War. Feeling of extreme nationalism. The independence of Belgium and Greece and the unification of Germany and Italy were the result of nationalism. The feeling of nationalism took an extreme and narrow form in Europe in the form of jealousy, competition, and colonialism. Love for own nation and hatred for the other nations was encouraged. The German Emperor Kaiser William also originated nationalism and colonialism, and he believed in world leadership. He wanted to get things done according to his will with his military power. This also resulted in the First World War. Role of newspapers. The newspapers in Europe aroused hatred among people with very provocative and false write-ups. Therefore, the rulers could not even make efforts for establishing peace and harmony. Philosophy about war. The policy of war is welfare took root in Europe. The German writer Trotsky published maxims, proverbs like only the mighty deserve to live and war alone is the national need. Nietzsche, the German writer, expressed war as a sacred work. Immediate cause. The Prince of Austria and his wife were assassinated, killed by a member of the Serbian terrorist organization called Black Hand. Austria blamed Serbia and wanted the culprit handed over. Serbia declared its ignorance in the matter, so Austria declared war on Serbia, and the First World War began.